Man, that shit is tight. I love that intro. You saw it first here. Shout out to my man Shant, the same Shant who does Double Impact with me and Gabe on Wednesdays. Last night we talked about Pale Rider. On that show, we break down 80s movies, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s action movies. Last night was Pale Rider, Clint Eastwood, 1985. We're doing 5 Clint Eastwood movies, so we did that one, and the next one is Gran Torino, and then we're gonna wrap it up with Unforgiven. But Shant, world-class comic book artist, he's right now working on Nosfero, his graphic novel. If you want to support that, you put that in the comment section. But it's crowdfunded. I mean, him and Gabe, they both walked away from the woke bullshit, but there's no drop off in quality. You just have 2 good artists who had their sanctuary taken away, where they created their art and entertained people with their work. They had it taken away from them by the woke bullshit, so they decided to take their talents elsewhere. They took their talents to Miami. So he's creating Nosfero right now. I'm going to get that link for you. Throw that bitch in the comment section. I got to get rid of some of these fucking links, people. There we go. Boom. There it is. You want to help Shant. You want to get a copy of Nosfero when it comes out, when it's ready. That's how you got to do it. But he made that intro for me, man. He did the intro for my show. He did he cut those clips for me with people getting their ass whooped. And he also did the thank you, like when I get a super chat, the little thank you clip that we have. So hopefully I'll be using that shit tonight. Tool Gal 462. Is this Officer Tatum stream? No. And I'm going to get into that. So our special guest today is Oliver Mack. I met him about 3 years ago. We used to be staples on B. Tatum's panel every week. Sometimes he would do different people, but myself, Oliver Mack, ABL, would be on B. Tatum's channel. So like I said, about 3 years ago or so, we met, been homies ever since. Met him a couple times. Once at the B. Tatum's book signing in Arizona. Second time last year at the Uncle Tom 2 premiere, where we got our seats. Craig Long went with his wife to go to the bathroom or something while they were gone. Larry Elder and his girlfriend came through. Hey, it's Larry Elder. Have a seat, man. But without further ado, my homeboy, Oliver Mack. What's up, man?
Going on, Jericho Green? What's going on, America?
I mean, you see the guys, what do the kids call it? Drip.
Yeah, yeah.
Oliver Mack.
Whatever they say. I can't keep up with the
I can't. I don't want to. He has great merch. So make sure if you want to shoot me, if you want to text me any links and stuff you got, Oliver Mack, I'll throw those in the comment section. But yeah, great merch, great content. If you guys watch me, you know that I get mad. I get hella clips from his Instagram page because it's great. Everything is packaged neatly. He's already trimmed the fat for you. It's there to be digested, and I appreciate it. And I'll make sure every time I use it, I shout him out because it's my boy. I'm so glad you're here, Oliver.
Appreciate that. Yeah, man, I'm glad to be here. I love chopping it up with you. I know we did an interview like some years back on my YouTube channel, and we had a great time. So anytime I get a chance to sit down and talk to you, it's always a good time. We have a lot of fun together. This dude is hilarious.
Right back at you, man. And I really appreciate it. And as you see right there, Right Winged Angel, if you're on Instagram or you want to follow him, it's at Right Winged Angel. And it's great, man. He gets, he puts on his hazmat suit and he sifts through the bullshit of the day.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
Yeah, man, I can only imagine the shit you don't use. The fucking,
I know, right?
The gobbledygook that's left on the cutting room floor. But we're going to talk about one of his posts that I was going to cover today, and I didn't have time to get to it, which is great. I can get to it with the man himself. GION is not here. Your eyes do not deceive you. He's having technical difficulties, but I just assume young people know shit about computers, so he'll fix it. And he'll be here because it is Stop the Fuckery episode 6. So shout out to everybody in the comments. I appreciate you being here. I see some members up in this bitch. Appreciate that. And the non-members, everybody, thank you for being here. See, we already got 100 folks up in here, so we're doing great. Okay, cool. Oliver Mack just sent me some shit. All right, got that. Got this one. Hold on. All right, cool. We'll get this in the comment section. So if you want to check out his merch, which is great, and I let him know. As soon as I saw it, I was like, man, those are some great designs. He has an R with the wings on it. Like whose sandals were those? One of those Greek myths, they have the sandal with the wing on the back.
Oh, like Achilles or something? Yeah.
But he has the wing on the back. I love it. I love that design. So there we go. Got both your links in there. rightwingedangel.com. And hold on. Okay, yeah, the store and .com. Got it on there.
Awesome. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you being here. There we go. So, okay. Now let me pull up Instagram here so we can have the visuals. This is something that I've talked about before. I don't like it. And I'm sure a lot of you don't as well. But especially being an American who happens to be Black. When you see people who, it's not even like take advantage. Like part of being an adult is sometimes you got to let shit go. You can't be a child. You can't be emotional. You can't be driven by your emotions. You can't lash out and cuss and scream or hurt somebody every time something is done wrong to you. That's just the way it is. You're going to end up in jail or you're going to end up dead if you do that. But a lot of the time, it's just not worth it, man. And another part of that is, even though you've been wrong, you're not even you, maybe your people, your group have been wronged, or you perceive it as being wronged. Sometimes you just got to go, all right, you got me. You got me. I'm not going to let it happen again, but you got me. You got to just be an adult. You got to be a grown up and let that shit go, man. It has to be water under the bridge. So when I see things like I'm about to show you, it pisses me off. All right? This shit, you probably never even experienced nothing. You damn sure ain't never experienced no slavery, no Jim Crow. This dude sounds young in the video. But just because the tables have turned and now all this woke bullshit permeates everything and it's making Black folks who are dumb enough to take the bait think that now the rabbit has the gun, so to speak. Now I can go out here in the world and act like a complete jackass. Nobody's going to do anything about it. And some Black folks take advantage of that, and I hate it. But before I bring that up, it looks like we've been joined by a third party. GION, what's up, man?
Yeah, I'm back, and my keyboard don't work.
I knew you'd figure it out, though. I was like, young people just know shit about computers. You got it.
That's true, but it just picked the worst time, man. I don't know what happened. I literally opened it up, and it was like, "Hey, guess what?" And I was like, "What?" And then my keyboard was like, "I'm not going to work for the remainder of the day. So whatever plans you got, fuck those." Anyways, what's up, Oliver?
What's up, man?
Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, how's it going?
All right.
Besides the computer, but how's it going?
Yeah, man. Struggling to make things work and be the timing of this. Wild.
It's all right, man. It's done. We were just talking about water under the bridge, so that's what it is. You're here now. So everybody stare into the screen so I can Men in Black your memory. We don't even remember that shit. We didn't remember you not being here. But since I've been teasing this so much, I got to go ahead and get to it. But then we'll jump right into stop the fuckery. But there's a video, and if you follow Oliver Mack, but I know you're taking a hiatus from Instagram. So there's this video of this niglet. He's this young Black kid, and he's in a Starbucks, and he asked for a cup of water, and the girls who worked there, the one who spoke to him, she couldn't possibly be nicer. It's humanly impossible for this girl to be more kind and professional. Okay, no problem. She literally says, no problem. And he takes the water, the cup of water that he gives her. Can I get and his voice pisses me off. Can I get a venti water? She hands him the big ass cup of water, and he throws it on the counter where the workers are working. Throws it like a child having a tantrum. If you ever been somewhere and you see a sippy cup come flying out of a stroller, that's what this fucking idiot just did. He threw his water on the counter, goes everywhere. Oh, I'm sorry about that. It won't happen again. The girl says, no problem. Gives him another cup of water. And what do you think this little bastard did? Well, let's find out. Courtesy of Oliver Mack Enterprises.
Can I get a venti water cup, please? Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Oh, it slipped out my hand.
Stop right there. Stop right there. You fucking little bastard. Who do you think you are to throw your water at somebody like that? Just the sense of entitlement. Go ahead, Oliver.
And then nobody gets outraged about it. You see these women, they're being very respectful. They're being very nice. That's what customer service is. But unfortunately, when you have these customers like this young man right here in this video, they don't deserve this type of customer service. But I mean, I get it. They're trying to keep their job. They're trying to do what they need to do, what they're supposed to do. Then you have crazy people like this doing that. But I wanted to say something before you started the video. So I do everything with a purpose. Everything that I do on Instagram, YouTube is always with the purpose. And I wanted you to see what I use for the thumbnail, because I wanted to make sure that everybody knew what the race of the person was that was doing this activity.
Let me show that real quick. You see this little bastard's hand. There you go. You can see it right there.
See, that was the image that I picked for the thumbnails, just so everybody could see who it was.
And what do the kids call that now? Easter eggs, like when you put little hidden things in there. This is the Easter. Can I get a venti water? Yeah. Thank you. Like it sounds like the way it sounds in the beginning. You think the people who work there are going to have an attitude because the guy is really nice and shit. Oh, thank you, blah blah blah, and all this shit. Mm-hmm. And then he does what he does.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Oh, it slipped out my hand. I'm so sorry.
No problem.
I'm sorry.
No.
That won't happen again. Can I get a venti water cup?
You can see the girl smiling behind her mask, like the psycho axe murderer smile.
I gotta tell you guys, I work security, so I'm dealing with adult children all the time. If somebody would have did that where I was at, they would have been on the floor quick. Because that is just, I don't tolerate stuff like that. I'm sorry. There's no way I would have been there standing there looking at this. Is I think this is a good example of desensitization when it comes to the public, is that we're so used to seeing things on a screen that when things actually happen in reality in front of us, we don't react how we should. There's no way that this dude would have been in the store still. No way.
No, he did that shit twice. Now, of course, here at Stop the Fuckery Incorporated, we don't condone, we're not saying you should go out and hurt people. But in a perfect world, this is what would have happened to that clown. I mean, just all in the jawline. All that shit took place in about 2 square inches. That's what that dude deserves. That's the reaction that needs to happen that shit was crazy, man. What are you doing? And those girls just looked at him like, like you said, they want to keep their jobs. They're responsible. They have lives. But that kind of shit, man, somebody should have slapped the taste out of that idiot's mouth.
Yeah, but he did that to those girls on purpose because he knew he can get away with it. He picked on the right ones. Now, if it would have been somebody like you or me that was behind the counter, you think he would have did that to us? Hell no.
Yeah, hell no. He wouldn't go to the Waffle House. He wouldn't go to Popeye's Chicken and do that shit. No, fucking Atlanta or something.
Waffle House got trained assassins now, so you're not about to play around at Waffle House.
He would have got shot. The person behind the counter would have pulled out a gun and shot his stupid ass for that. What do you? I don't like where this world is going. I don't like when people take advantage of this what we find are this muck that we're mired in right now. This systemic racism, equity, and diversity, everything's all this bullshit. Whatever this is, I don't like it because that is just stupid. He did that because he knew he would probably go viral and nobody's going to do anything to him because, number one, they're a bunch of girls, so they're not going to beat him up. And it's Starbucks. They're not a bunch of ratchet ass weirdos or that Ku Klux trans dude who got fired for getting on that lady for misgendering him. Mm-hmm. So he knew he was in a safe space to be an asshole, and that's why he did that shit. If one of them ladies back there was like a dude who was a ex-convict or something, there's no way in hell he would have done that.
No, and also because he's black. I mean, they know that if they would have said something to him, he could have claimed, oh, well, they only said it because I'm black, and they're not. It's racism. It's white supremacy. And that's why I said in my caption that oppressed people don't do stuff like this. You know, they claim all day that black people are oppressed and we're under the boot of white supremacy. Well, if that was the case, we would have never tried anything like this because an oppressed people would never get away with something like that. Have we heard of this person's name? Do we know who he is? If I guarantee if this was a white person, their name probably would have been plastered all over the news. If there was a white person that did this to black people, can you imagine what the media would be doing with this story?
He would get doxxed. He would lose. Yep. He'd lose his job. All kinds of weird shit would happen to his personal life.
Right.
Because he did that if he were white. But, you know, they look down their color chart of give a shit. Okay. Perpetrator. Okay. Victim. If it lines up, hey, Ben Crump, everybody's in the house. Let's go. Yep. If not, hey, man, crickets. Whether it's something like this where nobody gets hurt or somebody could get killed. If those colors don't line up. Why?
Yep. It's the entitlement for me. I just get sick and tired of it because, you know, I want to live in a country where everybody is treated equally, no matter your race, no matter your sexual preference, no matter your age, whatever. And what we have right now is not that. We have people who feel like they're privileged enough to get away with anything they want. Like we've seen situations where black people have poured buckets of water on the police. Those people are not called out. We had situations where black people are looting and rioting. The George Floyd riots, we had a entire low-income complex burned to the ground.
Yep.
And those people weren't held accountable. Why? Because they were black people. And it's just sick to me that we live in this kind of environment to where people can get away with stuff based solely on the color of their skin.
True that. I think with shit like that, when the people standing on the tracks, you know, in the subway in New York for that Jordan Neely cat, the cops should just take their nightsticks out and just put miles on it. They should have a little counter, like an odometer, like in a car, and just put miles on that nightstick and whoop the shit out of these people. What are you doing? Mm-hmm. Obviously, you're detached from reality, so let me help you out because that shit is ridiculous. But they know I'm a person of color, and it's under the guise of, you know, somebody a person of color, blah, 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 so they can do whatever they want. Now, before we continue, I got to give a big shout out to Think About What You Think About. He's been a member of Green Nation for 2 months. Appreciate that, man. You know, I think it's worthy of one of these. Thank you, man. And to echo your point, Oliver Mack, he says, imagine doing this during Jim Crow times. An oppressed person isn't going to do that. You're beaten down. Your brain, you're like you see one of these parents who are just defeated. Their kids acting an ass and they don't got nothing left. If you're oppressed, and especially under the white man's boot, like they claim to be Jim Crow style, if you would have done that, you would have got the shit kicked out of you. At least. And I don't think it was too far-fetched that somebody probably would have took your ass outside and found a strong tree branch. That could have happened. So to say that's what it is now, they're oppressed, these people know nothing of being oppressed. It's like an obese person talking about, I know what it's like to starve. No, you don't. Shut your ass up. GION, will you please explain the Stop the Fuckery menu for today?
Yes, absolutely. So, today we are doing movies that could pertain to the movie industry, things that are going on within the movies, and also movies that are coming out, anything that kind of revolves around that subject. So everything that we'll be doing in terms of our segments are going to be based on movies. And there's a couple of things that we are going to find out exudes a lot of fuckery today.
Oh
So,
man, I can feel the fuckery.
yeah, I could feel it and see it when I turn on the TV. So, since we're gonna have quite a few things to go over, this is gonna probably be some new territory for Oliver too. Since I
All
mean,
right.
obviously, we went
I'm
over a
here
little bit of
for it.
what he digs into. So, yeah, this is gonna be fun. The first so to explain it obviously to Oliver as well, since he's our first guest, yay. What we're doing with the first segment is called uh, Fuckery 5, which basically we go over 5 stories that pertain to the topic today is movies. And we also have the viewers engaged, and we'll do a poll after we go over the stories, and they will decide which one was most likely the craziest story or something of the sort. Um, Now, what we can do, if you are willing, is throw in some incentives with your merchandise as well, Oliver. I think that'll be fun to get people to go over there. Whether you want to throw or some discounts, give something away for free to somebody, I'll leave that up to you. But I think it'll
Okay.
be actually pretty fun to incorporate that today. Um, then after we go over the fuckery 5, our next one is fuckery fails, which basically we kind of take a little break and then we play some videos that pertain to the topic. So in this case, movies, and it can be bloopers, it could be fails, it could be any kind of thing that may be crazy dealing with the topic of movies. After that, we go over to Make Me Laugh, where normally me and Jericho will pick certain videos for each other that we find which is the funniest, and we're gonna start to get the audience engaged as well with that segment pretty soon. But we're still incorporating merchandise as well.
Okay.
But as we go along, of course, you'll get the feel of how we do it and what we're doing. But I think it should be a good time today.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
get it.
And Oliver Mack, I know you're 2 hours ahead, so if it's getting long and you need to dip, just hit me in the private message or text message,
All right. Cool.
and we'll handle it accordingly. All right, here we go. First story. Oh boy! All right, share this. A lot of questions about this one. A lot of questions floating around. What happened? How's he doing? What's going on? What really happened? Was he poked or not? Bam! Jamie Foxx remains hospitalized. Body doubles fill in to finish filming Back in Action. So Jamie Foxx, I think about a month ago now. It's been at least 3 weeks. I think it's about a month though that he's been in the hospital. He had what they called at first a health scare that put him in the hospital. And as I just mentioned, it's been a month since he's been in the hospital. So we know that is not a scare. A scare is something happened. It's over now. Go home to heal or whatever. This isn't a scare. This is a month-long hospital stay. And if any of you have any experience with the hospital, that's a long time, man. That's a long time. That's like some real bad damage to your body type shit, whether it be your brain or your the rest of your body, your extremities or something. That's some real bad shit. So it says, with days left to finish filming on the upcoming action movie Back in Action, actor Jamie Foxx was rushed to the hospital last week while suffering from an unspecified, quote, medical complication. You couldn't get more vague if you wanted to. While it remains unclear what exactly Foxx is dealing with, the actor remains hospitalized 1 week after he was admitted. TMZ reports that Foxx is still undergoing tests and determine what led to the medical emergency, which has been described as, quote, serious. Meanwhile, Back in Action production has been Meanwhile, the Back in Action production team has been moving ahead without Foxx to wrap up filming the movie. Co-stars Cameron Diaz and McKenna Roberts have been spotted on the set filming scenes with a body double filling in for Foxx. It's noted in the report that the double doesn't have the CGI dots on his face that would indicate digitally inserting Foxx, so we can presume his face won't be shown in any of these particular shots. In any case, the shoot is expected to wrap this week, even while Foxx continues to recover in the hospital. Damn. Yeah, this is from the end of April. So at that point, it was a week. So it's been like a month now that this man has been in the hospital. And this is like a picture, I guess. I mean, side note, stepping away from what we're talking about, this movie's gonna fucking suck. But anyway, that's what's going on with Mr. Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, I want to say this real quick about this whole thing. Number one is, best wishes to Jamie Foxx, because I still to this day have no idea what happened and why he's in there. And I don't know if we're going to get an answer to that anytime soon. But the moral of the story of what I get from this article is that you can easily be replaced, because the fact that he's in the hospital recovering from whatever happened to him, and they were just like, yeah, we just have body doubles, go ahead and finish wrapping it up. What do you mean? Like that, like how that doesn't even make any sense. I mean, whatever he had left to finish up, the movie can wait, and of course there's another article that we'll get to in a little bit, so I'm not going to spoil too much, but the movie can wait. And the fact that they decided that no, it can't, and they were just like, we'll just go ahead and finish it up without him while he recovers, quote unquote, is pretty that's pretty shitty to me that they did that.
Yeah, man. What do you think, Oliver?
Well, I've been following this story pretty closely because I've been a Jamie Foxx fan for a long time. I think they said that he had a stroke and he had to actually be revived. So I don't know if it was something with his heart or something with his brain, but I know he was in bad shape for quite a while. And then I heard that he had released I don't know if it was an Instagram post or a tweet saying that he was blessed, right? And then I saw another post probably a week later saying that his family wanted prayers because it wasn't looking good for him. Like they were preparing for the worst, right? And then I saw another story where Kevin Hart said that he had talked to Jamie Foxx's family, and he said that Jamie Foxx was recovering. So I really don't know what to believe about this situation. And I think they're not telling us everything for some reason or another. I have no idea why, but it's pretty weird what's going on with Jamie Foxx right now.
Yeah, I think we should not believe them. I think we should go in the exact opposite direction of what they're telling us. It's real bad because there's no selfie. Come on, you had that full Damar Hamlin. He was doing a little this bullshit from the hospital bed. Yeah. So nothing to show him going like this, a thumbs up, nothing to corroborate what they're saying. So I think it's the total opposite, man. I think Jamie Foxx is in some bad fucking shape, man, and I think that he's probably gonna die. This has been a month, and of course he's getting the best of the best care because despite what they say, the medical industry is not racist. If you got a shitload of money, you're about to get the best of the best. So man, that just really sucks, man. And if he did, and I'm sure it's easy to find out if he got the poke, if he did any PSAs or anything like that. It just sucks, man, because if it's related to the poke, and we've seen a lot of people, having issues, if you will, it really sucks because it was avoidable. It didn't have. I know he's in the industry, and if you want to do it, you got to get it. I mean, that shit. I don't know, man. It sucks that people were bullied into doing that, and if this is the result, we're going to lose a good one. Jamie Foxx is a legitimate triple threat. If he were just an actor, he got an Oscar. If it was just about TV, he was on In Living Color, and he had the Jamie Foxx show, so he could have done that. And singing, he got a Grammy. The dude is a legitimate triple threat. He keeps his nose pretty clean when it comes to the woke bullshit. He does one of the best Donald Trump impressions I've ever seen.
Oh yeah,
in my life. Dude, his Donald Trump is
the
ridiculous.
The best.
So
it's crazy.
That's really going to suck to lose somebody like that, or to have him come back diminished in any way because of any brain issues. But Thomas Bailey has a good point. Hold on a second. Was that Thomas Bailey? No, Charlie X, excuse me. Jeremy Renner took a selfie and a video to show how he was doing in the ICU. Remember, he had that accident with the snowplow or something. He got fucked up real bad. And he's, in the hospital bed, tubes, everything, bandages, face all fucked up, thumbs up. Nothing from Jamie Foxx. So I think they're lying to us. I think Kevin Hart, and they're probably friends. Hey, Kev, could you do me a favor? Or his people, do us a favor, put this out. Say you talk to Jamie, whatever, and who wouldn't? Do your boy is solid, so nothing gets out too soon. I can't blame them for lying, but I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be it would be because the media never lies to us. So,
I can't think of one time.
I can't think. I can't. I mean, it doesn't even go into my thought process that they would lie.
If I rack my brain, I don't think I could find one instance where the mainstream media, the mainstream mediocres, have ever lied to us. Not especially recently in the last 3 years. Never.
Oh yeah, no, I think this has been probably the most honest that they've been in history, that we could ever put our finger on. So, yeah, I'm sure he's perfectly fine.
He's good. They just took a page out of Biden's book and they're just being super transparent.
Absolutely.
Oh wait, somebody's showing some love up in this. Tammy A, thank you. And she also is a nurse, so she does have a medical background. She says, I didn't know he had a stroke. There's the clot right there. So yeah, that's when the flow of blood to your brain is interrupted by some kind of blockage. And what is it, 2 minutes? And the brain tissue starts to die. Maybe the fact that he was on set and had medical staff and people there to get him help soon, maybe that helped. But if they weren't able to revive him or get the blood flowing again, golly, man, just fucked up. So thoughts and prayers to his family. Now let's move on to fuckery number 2. Let's get rid of this. Oh, Elon Musk, the true African American, actual African American. And I hate the term African American. Number one, it's stupid. We ain't got no damn ties to Africa. Africans don't like us. I had African neighbors for like 5 years, and they don't like black people. Guess what? We don't like your African ass either.
They're like, but it's so disgusting.
You look at the black.
It's so lazy. The blacks are lazy.
The nerve of you to move to our country and look down your fucking nose at us. That shit. I can't stand it. How dare you? Oh, anyway. But yeah, Elon Musk, true African American. And it says HBO lands Elon Musk documentary, or doc, from Alex Gibney, the director behind docs on Scientology, WikiLeaks, and Enron, trained his lens on the tech giant, the tech gigante, Musk. Alex Gibney's doc about the tech giant, Elon Musk, has landed at HBO Documentary Films in North America. So this must be some foreign press or something. Musk has been described as a, quote, definitive and unvarnished examination of the controversial and headline-making CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, and Twitter. When the doc was first announced in characteristic fashion, Musk made a comment on Twitter writing, "It's a hit piece." Damn. Gibney, who earned an Oscar for the 2008 film Taxi to the Dark Side, is no stranger to controversial figures, having produced docs on Scientology, WikiLeaks, and Enron. Gibney's Jigsaw Productions produced the film alongside Closer Media, Anonymous Content, and Double Agent, which has also financed the project. HBO and Gibney have a long working relationship, which includes films about the opioid crisis, The Crime of the Century, Elizabeth Holmes' doc, The Inventor, Out of Blood in Silicon Valley, and blah, blah. Who gives a shit? Nancy Abraham and Lisa Heller, co-heads of HBO documentary films, said, "We're thrilled to be working with such a stellar team and always excited to collaborate with Alex Gibney. Alex's track record speaks for itself, and we know he'll bring unparalleled craft and dimensionality to this portrait of such a singular figure of our times. They're full of shit. One more. Musk's extensive list of producers includes Gibney, Jesse Dieter, and Aaron Edenkin of Jigsaw, with Richard Perello, executive producer. Wow, fucking cares about all these people. Black Bear will be handling international sales rights out of the Cannes market. Oh yeah, blah blah, fuck the rest. So Elon Musk is going to have a documentary made about him that he immediately came out and called a hit piece. What the fuck?
You know, but here's the thing, man. Like, I'm like, there's so many ways I could take this, but the things that we see on TV are, it's all propaganda. Like, literally everything. Like, there's literally, when Obama was in there, he pretty much amended the Smith-Mundt Act, which allowed the American people to be propagandized. And we basically are living a movie like that. Like, there's so many stories and stuff that literally journalists have to check, like double check to make sure that it's even real. And when it comes to stuff like this, I mean, when we've had movies about 9/11 and all those types of films, things that had to do with wars and all that, like, we're getting propaganda. So I mean, with Elon Musk literally saying that, which, I mean, like you said, immediately coming out and saying that, I mean, how many times have we seen these little documentaries or films about people, and it was literally only a perspective? So you can imagine the things that they would say about Elon Musk in this, like, like the stuff that we hear about him on a daily basis is, we don't need a documentary about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need that. But it's pretty much to say, here, this is how we think about this guy, and this is how we want you to perceive it. I mean, it literally started out by saying that the director is behind a Scientology documentary and WikiLeaks. I mean, that tells me everything I need to know already, is that you are targeting things that you want people to have a certain perspective on it about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you lost me at Scientology. Those people are nuttier than squirrel shit. What do you think, Oliver?
All the science.
Well, I know it's going to backfire. I mean, I was just looking at a video about Andrew Tate, and he was talking about how Vice did a documentary about him, and it only enhanced his profile. Like, it made more people want to look into him, and it actually made him look good, even though it was supposed to be a hit piece. Now, I think the same thing will happen with Elon Musk. Elon Musk has a ton of fans, and I think it's growing every single day because Elon Musk speaks his mind. I think there's a lot of people out there who are looking for people just like us who speak their mind, who don't sugarcoat anything, who tell it like it is, and are willing to call out the fuckery, so to speak. So I think that this is going to have the opposite effect as what they're seeking. And I think more people are going to actually get behind Elon Musk once they figure out, because we can look at these celebrities and people like Elon Musk, and they don't seem human to a lot of people. But when we get to dig into their lives, we get to dig into what kind of mistakes they've made along the way, then these people become more human. I think it's just like Trump. When a lot of people, they're trying to dismiss him and call him all these names and say, well, he did this and this and this. Well, guess what? He made mistakes just like all of us do, right? Nobody's perfect. They want to prop Joe Biden up like he's some angel, knowing he's not. When we get to see the human being that's inside of these people that they try to demonize, then it only makes their fan base grow more. So I think that same thing is going to happen with Elon Musk.
Yeah, to piggyback on that, Oliver, I think the more they build him up as a villain, when they see something where they sit down and talk to people, there's such a juxtaposition that people are like, man, you lied to me. You told me this dude was Satan incarnate. You told me he was Hitler 2.0. And what I just saw with my eyeballs was totally different, because you can tell when people are lying. I don't know why the human body can't lie very well, but you can tell when somebody's lying. It's like when if you have a child and they lie to you, they think they're pulling off the lie of the century, and that shit is hard to watch. So I think that is going to happen. People are going to get to see him and see him in more than just a tweet or more than just a soundbite. You know, they're going to be able to see, because you can bullshit for a while, but you can't keep the bullshit up too long. And if he has a good interviewer, they're going to ask him questions that are going to kind of catch him off guard and shit. And you're going to see the real him. So, but what's weird to me is what's messed up is they know that people are going to see something that says documentary and think that it's true. This is an unbiased look. It's a documentary. A documentary to us means it's true. It's not a movie. It's not entertainment. You are putting a camera in front of this person and you are giving us the unedited, unbiased truth. And that's not true anymore. And they'll even, they'll have a person sounding like this. Oh, they're British, so they're from another country. They're not American. They don't have any bias. They even got somebody from another country to give it to us raw. And like you mentioned, people, we don't want propaganda. We don't want it watered down. We don't want it sugar-coated. We're adults. We're out here living life. Some of us have created life. We pay taxes. We've served this country. We've been out, whatever, living life in this country. We've developed a thick skin. Don't coddle me. Give it to me raw. I will digest it. I will dissect it and give you my opinion on it. But just give it to me how it is. Don't worry about my opinion. Just put out a good product and allow the free market to decide. But yeah, it's going to be some bullshit. You could tell by the women, the two, whatever, CEOs of HBO documentaries. You can already tell the way they were singing that dude, that Gibney's praises, that they were all about the hit piece, and it's going to be fucked up. But hopefully, and Elon Musk now has Twitter, so he can give you, snippets of this video and then give you the truth on top of it. And I think that's going to be way more effective, and that's going to be in his favor. So really, HBO, you fucking stupid. And again, you look at a company like HBO. HBO's been around forever. We remember watching the shows, and you got that, the music that comes on with the screen, it's all scrambled. Yep. HBO, man, we can trust you, right? HBO? Hell no. And so you think a company that big with that many CEOs and CFOs and all these executives, all these layers for their content to pass through before it gets to us, you guys wouldn't do something that fucking stupid, would you? You have so much money and so many people there to help you and all these brains connected to come up with shit. You wouldn't do something stupid as fuck, would you? Yeah. Yes, they will. We got some love to show, some appreciation. Thank you again, Tammy A. She says, speaking about Jamie Foxx, if he has clots, it can take a long time to get rid of based on the treatment. I said if. So there is, judging by that, I assume there's a way that if it's not too severe that your brain can pass, for lack of a better word, a blood clot and you can come out unscathed. Or is it you got a blood clot, there's going to be some kind of permanent damage. So I don't know. You medical minds out there, let me know. Tammy A, maybe chime in on that. Eddie B. Looking out, man, with the damn grant. He dropped a grant on the table. Hold on. Yeah, Grant. Grant's on the 50. Jackson's on the 20. Thank you, Eddie B. He says, Dear JG and company, looks like we got 3 multi-millionaires catching cases. Tupac. That's right. Instead of 2, 3. Yep. Really enough. Really enjoy the show, man. Oh, and Mayor Adams wants to know if he should sub to your respective channels now that he's been mini canceled after his recent comments. Yeah, go ahead, man. I take all comers. I don't care if smart people and dummies subscribe, man. Maybe we can help him. Maybe we can help him fix New York. Maybe he can tap into our platforms and get some knowledge, man. And looks like somebody has a question about GION. Creole lady, she says, does GION have a platform? Well, let them know, GION.
Yeah, I do. YouTube, actually, everything should be in the description below, as well as Oliver's information too, and Jericho's information for his websites and everything as well. You can find everything in the description below the video.
Loaded it myself.
He did. He's a big boy. He can handle.
I did all by myself.
Yeah.
All by my one thumb. One more. Here we go. Thank you, Spunbearing65. And he said, makes me glad Toyota isn't making EVs. Not yet. But I think Toyota, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if all of them, but I'm pretty sure a good amount of the Toyota factories left California. So maybe they'll miss the wave of bullshit that Newsom has coming where he wants all these, no more electric cars after 2035 and all this stupid shit. Maybe they escaped it. I think there's a place for electric vehicles if you want one. If you want it, you should be able to get it. But do not turn around and point and wag your finger at people who don't. Because electric cars, those ain't you ain't doing shit for the environment. I just saw a video today of a damn Tesla that caught on fire, and the fire department had to stand there and look at it because the battery was burning and the heat's too intense for them to fuck with. And when it's something like that, when it's a metal, like on a ship, a lot of the planes are made from magnesium. So if you have a magnesium fire, the only thing you can do is jettison the plane, which means kick it off over the side. The only thing you can do is completely submerge that thing in water. There's no substance you can spray on it. There's no powder. There's no liquid that can stop a metal fire. And those batteries are full of it. The cobalt, lithium, all kinds of shit. So all they get, if it's so intense that the fire department can only sit there and do this, don't tell me shit about the environment, because at least we don't got no 8-year-old African kids pulling gasoline out of the ground. So fuck you guys. Let's see. Tammy A had some medical knowledge for us. So she says, clots can travel from the lower body and lungs up through the heart and causes a heart attack. From the heart, it can travel to the brain, causing a stroke. So it's possible that he had a heart attack and a stroke. Damn, come on, Jamie. Pull through, man. That's some sad shit. All right. Número 3.
Yeah, on that note, too, Jamie Foxx, I mean, at least on the outside, is in shape, man, especially for his age. So
exactly.
You know, that lets you know that internally is what matters, man, not the outside, because something happened.
Yeah, I was talking with somebody about that yesterday, and I mentioned that very thing, that Jamie Foxx is in great shape. That dude's been on the cover of Men's Health magazine. He's the model of health. So, you know, maybe something foreign was introduced into his body to cause such a catastrophe. Anything maybe in recent past that people were just shooting all up in themselves? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Okay, number 3, Los Angeles Times. Column, your boss wants AI to replace you. The writer's strike shows how to fight back. If there's any kind of strike going on in Hollywood, I'm loving it. Because fuck them. Concerns that Hollywood will downgrade screenwriters to reworking AI-produced scripts is one factor in the strike by the Writers Guild of America. Damn. And see, what they've done is Hollywood has made such a mess of things, and they've chastised us for the way we live our lives, and they push the perversion, and they push the woke agenda, that now people don't give a fuck if you go away. You have no sympathy. I hope the AI takes your job, because you've given us nothing but dog shit. And when you do come out with a movie that doesn't have any woke garbage in it, it does well. Mario, Top Gun, Maverick, that was in the movie theaters for 6 months. Maverick was in the movie theaters for 6 months. They don't want to hear it. Everybody's a Ku Klux Klan member. Everybody's a Alphabet Soup Group member, and you've eroded the public sympathy. So if AI takes your job, so what? It says, so far, the story of the AI boom has been one that the tech industry has wanted to tell. Silicon Valley companies creating AI services that can mimic human art and words, and according to them, replace millions of jobs and transform the economy. The next chapter is about humans fighting back. If the robots are rising, then a rebellion is taking shape to stop them. And its vanguard can be seen in the crowds of striking writers assembled across Hollywood. Now, the humans fighting back and the computers, the robots rising Speaking of the topic of movies, sounds very Terminator. One of those workers put it to me bluntly on the picket line where screenwriters were protesting, among other things, the entertainment industry's openness to using artificial intelligence to churn out scripts. The person says, fuck chat GPT. I don't know what that means.
Chat GPT is the platform that they use.
Oh, okay.
It's the AI.
Yeah. Now it's coming after them. So it said, but it's not just screenwriters. The movement includes illustrators, freelance writers, and digital content creators of every stripe. Every day, the artist and the activist Molly Crabapple tells me another place that used to hire human artists has filled the spot with schlock from AI image generator Midjourney. If illustrators want to remain illustrators in 2 years, they have to fight now. Each week brings more companies announcing they will replace jobs with AI, Twitter threads about departments that have been laid off, and pseudo-academic reports about how vulnerable millions of livelihoods are to AI. So, from labor organizing to class action lawsuits to campaigns to assert the immorality of using AI-generated works, there's an increasingly aggressive effort taking shape to protect jobs from being subsumed or degraded by AI. And you see, it says the word immorality, the immorality of using AI. How dare you, Hollywood writers, now try to turn around and talk to us about immorality? Holy shit.
Now, this is a great topic because there's so many ways to tackle this. But number one, I want to say this. This is nothing new. Like the introduction of computers alone has taken work away from a lot of people because it's made things quote unquote easier. What their argument is that you can use AI to create scripts, which is true. You can use AI to write books, which is true. This is a new kind of phenomenon that's getting out there to the public. But the thing is, I think that a lot of people are missing is that it's not the AI that's the issue. Someone has to program the AI. So someone's programming, a whatever you want to call it, a software, a platform, something in order to create these, whatever images, scripts, blah, 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 blah. So it's not that AI is taking jobs away from people. People are still behind it. So if they don't need these writers, script writers, screenwriters, so on and so forth, at least that's what they're saying, that their jobs are being taken away or they're not getting paid that much or whatever, then that is your real issue, not a program, not a software. Somebody at the end of the day has to program these things that we use in order to, like a cell phone, for an example. Like cell phone is not controlled by Siri. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody programmed Siri into that. So I think people are kind of missing the problem there. But at the end of the day, I don't think people care too much about this because what I've seen was that this is supposed to affect a lot of different movies and shows that are supposed to be coming out soon. But I think it'll be a blessing if we can turn our TV off and not focus on any of that for quite a while. We might be able to get people to actually wake up to important things that are going on in the world other than what movie Denzel is playing in,
I am a big Denzel fan.
Yeah, but he's got millions of dollars. I don't care.
Yeah, I do like
but
Denzel.
They're not going to replace Denzel, though. When you talk about these writers, and my whole thing is, if you're good at your job, you're irreplaceable. The fact that they're even talking about AI just means that a lot of these people are not good at their jobs. And the reason why we have AI, or not AI, but machines replacing cashiers at grocery stores is because most cashiers suck at their job. So I think if these people want to cement their place as writers and not be replaced by AI, then maybe they just need to make better products, because the products that I've been seeing in the movies that I've been seeing recently have sucked. There's a select few movies that are actually noteworthy, but the rest of them are hot garbage. So I have no sympathy for these people, these privileged people that live and work in Hollywood.
Yeah, I agree, man. I just right when Gion started talking, I wrote down Hollywood needs to separate themselves. If you're giving a shit, and they got AI coming out that can give a shit too, well then why deal with you? Why deal with you? Why would they deal with you in your stupid strikes and your stupid contracts? They could just have a computer do it. So you need to separate yourself, kind of like what Oliver was just saying. You need to be great at what you do so they can't replace you. But if you're just putting out some bullshit, well, yeah, they could get a machine to put out bullshit too, easily. And once people, that will probably be the death knell for all of Hollywood. Because once part of it's AI, well, shit, why can't all of it be AI? 90% of the damn movies they put out are all CGI anyway. I just saw, I have my guilty pleasure is bad movies, man. A shitty movie. I gotta watch it. I don't know why. I don't know what draws me to it, but I'm talking shit movies. So they just came out with Black Adam with The Rock.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Shit.
That was a bad movie.
Terrible. The budget on it, I'm sure it was over $100 million, and it was terrible. It sucked. I can't tell you if the people who lived in the city, I don't know if that was an Arab city or a Mexican city. There were no distinguishing landmarks. The people were kind of racially ambiguous. You really couldn't tell. There were no accents, man. And then the main dude, spoiler alert, the devil thing that he fights at the end is 100% CGI. The background, 100% CGI. So what do we need you for? We're getting shit either way, so they might as well have somebody that they don't got to deal with their drama, their sick days, their contracts, and just have a machine do it. Hold on a second. Let me see that real quick. Black Adam. And why Black Adam? I don't get that shit. And it's not ATOM, it's Adam like the name. Let's see. Budget on Black Adam. The box office, it made, the budget was between 190 and $260 million.
That's what I thought.
It had to be 5% real acting. Those actors had to be in green suits with little balls everywhere, because everything, damn near the whole movie, was CGI. So the budget was between 190 and 260 million, and it made 393 million. So let's say 400 million. But most of that had to be people going into it thinking, maybe fans and their kids, because Black Adam's been around for a long time. So maybe it was fans going in and getting burnt and not returning. But it's too late. We already got your money. So maybe, I don't know how many of those people were return fans, maybe some kids who don't know any better, beg their parents to take them again. But that movie was horseshit.
Probably only DC fans. I saw the movie, but I didn't pay to see the movie. I wasn't going to pay to see that. If I did pay to see the movie, I'd be very, very disappointed.
Very. The Rock, who is a good actor. I'll give him that. He's a good actor. He sucked. The supporting cast, the boy, there's this teenage boy who's one of the main characters. He fucking sucks. Pierce Brosnan, he sucks. The black dude who plays, who was at the Falcon or whatever, he sucks. How do you get all these shitty people together and convince someone to give them between 190 and 260 million dollars?
They did a lot of race swapping in that movie too. I don't know if you're aware of that. I'm a comic book fan, so I know all the characters and what they were supposed to look like. They race swapped like 2 or 3 characters.
Yep.
Golly, man.
I mean, and I'll say this about that movie is I think that they were, well, number one, they were hoping it had the success that Shazam did, which Shazam was actually entertaining to me. But I don't think people are asking for this stuff. Like we're not there like, please make another superhero movie. Like Black Adam it just was there. That's pretty much what happened. It just was something that was there. And then, some people saw it, some people didn't, but I just don't think people care enough about it.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a part of the whole DC universe, that like Marvel's universe. So it was a movie that had its place in that type of universe to set up more movies to come. Because at the end of the movie, the end credit scene, Black Adam talks to Superman. So that was supposed to be this big reveal.
Oh, I didn't even stick around for that.
Oh.
I haven't made it.
Spoiler. Sorry.
It's not gonna make the movie any better.
Yeah.
But yeah, that movie was shit. So let's say, just for the sake of math, $200 million to make this movie, and it sucked. so you couldn't give that $200 million to somebody else, because that was a waste of money. It made money, but it wasn't like a hit. It didn't even double its budget. So it wasn't like this huge smash hit. So for all that money to put out such a subpar product, that shit is fucking terrible.
Well, I think it lost money because when you look at movies, you look at the production budget, and then it doesn't factor in the marketing budget. So you have to also factor that in. So when you factor in the marketing budget, that's probably like another 100 million. So it probably only made a little bit money or it lost money.
But with that kind of budget, it shouldn't be just a little bit. This should be a home run smash.
Exactly.
Hit. Like, who wrote this shit, man? It was garbage, top to bottom. But let's talk about somebody who's not garbage. Thank you, Alien Testosterone, with a little bit of play. It says, this is clearly a white supreme meeting. 3 clan leaders, 1 string.
Yeah. How'd you know? You know too much.
White power. White power.
Yeah.
White power.
Shoot.
If you got hate in your heart, let it out.
Let it out.
Yeah.
White power. Spunberry 65. Thank you again, man. He says, irony. A group of writers who submit the same script everywhere to sell imagination being made obsolete by technology. Exactly. That's what they deserve, because you suck. And that's a
movie right there.
Yeah. Dude, and the biggest atrocity of all is when, and it shows their lack of creativity. It's when you take something that was a huge hit. You don't even have the common sense to just copy and paste. So they take something that was a huge hit, a cult classic, as they call it, and call it an iconic movie. My favorite example of this, 2 examples, is Anchorman. The first Anchorman was legendary. That shit was too funny. That scene where Jack Black kicked Baxter over the bridge, that shit was hilarious. And Coming to America, the first Coming to America, when you're around a certain age group of people, you just say part of a line and they know what you're talking about. I used to go into work when I worked for Budweiser delivering beer. I used to go into the warehouse 5 o'clock in the morning. I would walk in the warehouse and I would just yell out as loud as I could. And it's huge, pallets and pallets of beer stacked up. Huge warehouse. Good morning, neighbors. And every single time, somebody would yell in the distance, fuck you. Yes. Fuck you too. Classic. Right?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. I won't even lie.
Then they put out Coming to America 2. Oh. Then they put out Anchorman 2. So you can't even take something that laid the blueprint out on how to be successful. Just take that. Just recreate that. No, you're going to do something new and just totally shit on it. So if this is what you're going to give us, bring on the robots. Mr. Kojak, who loves you, baby. Thank you. He says, and Desperado was made on the cheap. Awesome movie. Hell yeah, it was. Who's that? Robert Rodriguez? They probably had a food truck out there for craft services, and that movie was the shit. Imagine if that movie had that kind of budget. How much greater it would have been, if that's even possible.
Joyce Decker decided to be pleh, Jericho, and she said that you worked for Transheiser-Busch.
That's before we knew. That's before we knew. That's back when they liked selling beer, and that's all they liked to do.
There was none of that going on back then.
This is like 2006. I would never work for him now, but yeah, man, that's
I was back when they were an American company.
Dude, back in the good old before they sold him to that IBEV, some Belgian company. Like they don't know shit. They only know what they think they know about America, what they think, how they think we feel. You need to market to Americans something as American as beer. You got to have some Americans involved. And that was probably just some overseas bullshit. They might be ready for it there, but obviously America's not ready to turn that corner because Budweiser's sales are dropping across the board, across the country.
I mean, it's international now. It's it's beyond America.
But again, you think, InBev, thank you, Eugene. But you think, again, How much money is it? That company bought Anheuser-Busch. They're rolling. They're Scrooge McDuck right now in a vault full of coins. And you guys were stupid enough to allow some woman to put the Ku Klux Trans members' face on the label of your product to celebrate their 365th day of being a woman, when we all know he has a dick.
Probably one that he can't use, but a dick nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably been taped down so much and taped that it probably don't even work. But he has one. It's a man. And you took a product so manly as beer. Yes, there are women that drink beer, but the overwhelming majority of their customers are men. So why would you do that? Why would you put the one thing that sexually a straight man finds most repulsive, another dude? I don't care. You can shave that dude, lipstick him, put him in a gown. When we get down to it, there's two dicks in the room, and that's a no-no. Disgusting. Moving on.
I hope
What's that?
everybody is paying attention and taking notes to what is happening with Bud Light and Budweiser, because this is how we win the culture war. Right? We have shown the world that when we put our minds to something, when we are against something, if we all band together, that we could take that thing down. And that's what's happening with Budweiser right now.
And it happened quick.
Yeah, it did happen quick.
It happened real quick.
Because we work together. Like that's how we do it.
Like a matter of weeks.
But I want to capitalize on something he just said real quick. Is yes, in terms of the culture, but I think that this also is a wake-up call to what the culture is, because this is I mean, what happened with Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch is literally, I think, a telltale sign of where people's minds are at. It was, we do not accept this. We are not going to participate in that. And that showed the world, because it is international now, that that, you know, we're not a hive mind, but we have a mind, you know? And it's like, when your voices are actually heard, how it was in this scenario, then it's pretty obvious as to where, you know, how people are thinking. And a lot of that stuff that they're pushing, people are not with that, no matter how hard they try. It's obvious.
And I think, I think men are the ones who took care of Bud Light. I think men did it because, and I know this might be a sophomoric way to think about it, or it might be oversimplified, but I think it came down to talking shit. Because they put that dude's face on the beer. So once word got out that they're supporting that, the beer is supporting that, what are your homeboys going to say if you pick up that can of beer? Oh, what are you, you know, that F word we can't say, 3 letters.
It became the gay beer.
That's right. You can't have that shit, because once
you can't be drinking the gay beer
in your circle of friends, once you get labeled, once they give you a nickname for that shit, it's over. You're never going to live it down. They'll call you that in your eulogy. They will call you that in front of your wife and kids. That's your name from now on. And the men didn't want it. Just like at Fenway Park, nobody was standing at the Budweiser booth because no dude wanted to be the first guy to go over there and buy that beer and have your homeboys just riddle your ass.
Yep. Why you buying that gay ass beer, you fucking sissy?
You went from Bradley to Buddy.
Yep.
Oh man,
here comes Buddy.
You can't even enjoy the game now because it's constant on the ride home. Constant. They ain't gonna do that shit. A dude was like, nope, pride saved us. Pride can be a bad thing. But
don't even say that word, man. We are a month away from that bullshit.
We're not even a month away, dog.
Less than a month.
We're a couple of weeks. I can see
my
the
birthday's
rainbow
in June,
on the
man.
horizon.
But see, for people like me, people like us, that's content. It's gonna be a whole lot of content.
Oh, bro. My background every day, my background on my show is going to be something different because I'm going to be an ally all month. Oh, it's going to be out of control. Like, yeah, Pride Month sucks, but if you're a content creator on our side of the fence, it takes a little bit of the suck out of it.
Right.
Because you know that's going to be 30 days chock full of bullshit from everybody. Here come the different profile pictures. Here comes the military. Here comes them lighting up our fucking nation's capital in rainbow colors. If you do that shit as the president, you might as well, every overseas trip you take, pull your pants down and walk backwards.
Bend it over.
Because that's just what you did in front of the world. You tugged our trousers down around our ankles and made us bend over like we're pledging to a fraternity and we're about to get paddled.
Yep.
You cocksuckers. No pun intended. All right, here we go. Number 4. Daily Mail. Isn't this like a British publication or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're from the UK.
The UK, yep.
Here we go. Daily Mail. Uh-oh. And I believe this is from Richard Dreyfuss, an established actor. He says, they make me vomit. Richard Dreyfuss slams Oscar's new woke inclusivity rules that treat people like children as he praises Laurence Olivier's portrayal of Othello. Because I believe Othello was a black character.
Right.
But see, here we go. Let me read these little cliff notes here. Academy Award-winning actor Richard Dreyfuss has slammed the Oscars' new diversity and inclusion requirements and said they make me vomit. The Jaws star hit out at the what the fuck, you British people, hit out at the woke rules during an episode of PBS Firing Line and claimed the Academy was treating people like children by implementing this. He also defended Laurence Olivier's performance in the 1965 film Othello, in which he played the lead character in blackface. 1965, though, people. Okay, that was the temperature. That was the temperature back then. Justin Trudeau's up in Canada, like, me too. I love it too. I love to be. I'm all about the blackface. You little bare chest. You know he shaved his chest. Anyway, Academy Award-winning actor Richard Dreyfuss, blah blah. Just read that shit. Films will have to meet minimum requirements related to representation and inclusion to be eligible for the Best Picture award under the new rules. Hollywood, look down. Look at the bottom of your shoe. You just stepped in your own turd. You guys push this with your I take responsibility. Doing your PSAs and shit. Their inclusion and diversity. Diversity is our strength. Well, guess what? Diversity strong ass is about to grab you around your neck and bend you over. The Academy of Motion Picture, isn't that Motion Pictures, will disqualify films from Best Picture contention that do not have enough black, gay, and disabled actors in the cast and crew from 2024.
Jesus Christ. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. You guys are already going to know which story I'm going to pick.
I love this shit. But Jaws star Dreyfuss, 75, hit out at the woke rules during an episode. We read that shit. The actor also defended and read that shit too. Here we go. Oh, here's a clip. All right, perfect. Let's hear it, Rashard.
Starting in 2024, films will be required to meet new inclusion standards to be eligible for the Academy Awards for Best Picture. They'll have to have a certain percentage of actors or crew from underrepresented racial and ethnic groups. What do you think of these new inclusion standards for films?
They make me vomit. Because this is an art form. It's also a form of commerce, and it makes money, but it's an art. And no one should be telling me as an artist that I have to give in to the latest, most current idea of what morality is.
Morality.
And what are we risking? Are we really risking hurting people's feelings? You can't legislate that. And you have to let life be life. And I'm sorry, I don't think that there's a minority or a majority in the country that has to be catered to like that.
I don't think there's a minority or majority. Oh, and then he's supporting blackface. You can't have that shit. You can't support blackface. You must denounce it in all its forms. You can't support that because silence is what? Violence. And this, and that sounds very constrictive, and that sounds very rigid and structured to say that it has to have this and it has to have that and it must fit in these boxes because, hey, it's an art form, man. You just got to let it flow, man. So now they wanted to go out there and stick the finger to their conservative Christian dad. Fuck you, dad. You didn't embrace me and stain my t-shirt with tears when I told you I was in the alphabet soup group. So fuck you. And I'm going to make everybody pay for that hole you put in my soul. But now you've come around the block and you've turned into that rigid, constrictive, conservative dad because you're laying down all these fucking rules. You're not letting shit happen. You're not letting life happen. You're not letting shit flow. No, everything must be in these compartments. So now you gotta what? Force. And if you want this award, you gotta force a black guy in there. You gotta force somebody in a wheelchair in there. So what you're gonna see is you're gonna see these condensed characters, these concentrated characters. You're gonna see a black, female, lesbian, transgender in a wheelchair. They're going to have all these characters. He's going to put it all in one. And Dreyfus and others like him, this is your fault. This is the wokeness that you wanted. You didn't think it would come, it would creep over into your yard. You didn't think it would fuck with you. You just wanted to make yourself feel better. I helped a Negro today. And when you laid your head down, but now it's coming to fuck with you. I love it. I love it.
Well, for me, this is really obvious to see what is happening or what has been happening for the longest. I mean, we were just talking earlier where Oliver was talking about the race swapping in Black Adam and just in movies in general. But what I'm seeing is I'm seeing an erasure of white people. That's pretty much what it comes down to. It's erasing white people because I'll tell you right now, there's no reason why you should be able to force something in there that was already there. I seen for probably like the third or fourth time the other day, Naked Gun, the third one. And I watched the second one before. Yeah, Leslie Nielsen, OJ's in that. Like, great movie. The comedy, fantastic. Great, especially at the time that it was made. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you had diversity, if you want to call it, in those movies. But nobody was pushing that type of stuff at that time. So when you look at the push of this now, you would have to ask, well, why? To say that, you know, these are requirements. The same way that, I mean, this is happening at jobs. You are required to hire a certain percentage of blacks or this or that, minorities, whatever. That is a forcible action. And that is basically almost saying that you have to have this amount of white people, this amount of this and that amount of that. And it's like for no reason. We're not even looking at like what he was talking about, talent or skill when it comes to the art form. We're looking at they got to look this way. That's crazy and insane to me. We have all seen, and we were just talking about this earlier, Denzel. Denzel is a great actor, but we don't say he's a great black actor. We say he's a great actor. So this thing is really divisive, number one, to even put it on skin color, what people look like, and then to say that they have to have a gay person or a trans person in there as well is just fucking ridiculous. Like, excuse my language, but this shit is, I mean, it's obvious to see what they're doing with this inclusion and diversity crap that they keep pushing is sickening to me.
Yeah, I agree. And for me, I like to see diversity, but only when it makes sense, right? When it's forced, you can 100% tell when it's forced, and the movie just becomes unenjoyable when you see this forced diversity. When you see people that were put in positions only because of the color of their skin, and you know that. Like I said, with that Black Adam movie, a lot of the characters were white, but they changed them to black because they wanted to get some type of diversity. Now, what sense does that make? When you're talking about a comic book movie or something that's like a live action version of a cartoon, people want to see somebody who looks just like that cartoon. That's what makes it, come alive to people who have been fans of this stuff for a very long time. For instance, if somebody's been a fan of The Little Mermaid since they were a kid, they want to see the human version, the live action version of Ariel, right? They want to see somebody who looks like the cartoon. But what are we giving? We're giving a black girl with dreadlocks swimming under the sea, right? And that's it's just ridiculous to me. And a lot of people would talk about, well, it's just, you shouldn't have a problem with that. That shouldn't be an issue because of how she can sing or because mermaids don't have to be a certain skin color. It's a fictional character, right? But if the fictional character was black and they changed it to a white person, then it's no longer a fictional character. Now this person has to have some kind of standard in terms of what they're supposed to look like. When I asked somebody the question about, I said, so what if we change Tiana, who's the Princess and the Frog? What if we change Tiana to a white woman for the live action version? Well, some stupid person told me, well, Tiana's is based off a real person. I was like, what? No, it's a Disney movie.
You jackass.
It's a Disney movie that's based off the story of The Princess and the Frog. The Princess and the Frog, the original story, the princess was not black. So they actually changed her to black, and I had no problem with it because The Princess and the Frog kind of generic story, but I had no problem with it back then. But to say that, we can't change her back to white now because why? Because she's black. So you can't change the black characters, but you can change the white characters, which goes back to the point that you guys were making about erasing white people. That's all it's about. This whole diversity push is only about erasing white people, erasing the white race. When you talk about diversity, how much diversity did the movie Black Panther have? Right? They tried to make all the cast black. The director had to be black. Like the majority of people that were involved in the movie Black Panther, the first and the second one, had to be black. So if you want to talk about diversity, then something like that shouldn't be allowed either. But it's really about, we have to get rid of white people because white people are a dominant force in America because they are the majority, and it's all about voting. I'm gonna just get to it. It's all about voting. They know that white people vote Republican and all the minorities vote Democrat. So we got to get rid of the people that are going to stop Democrats from ruling our country from now until the end of time.
Yep. But if you let the Democrats run the country, then it's going to be shitty for everybody.
So I don't care as long as they have power.
I don't know why. Yeah, but see, the dummies voting for him, like you're going to get it too. You think that they're just going to single out those who voted against them? You're going to get the business too. Everybody, if a rising tide lifts all boats, then a receding tide sinks them all too. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And they're so fucking stupid.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I saw something today and I meant to post it, but I ran out of time. So I saw that they were in Chicago. So this community, this black community, they were having this uprising and they're very, very upset because they were trying to house 250 to 500 illegal immigrants in their neighborhood, right? So they were all upset. They were out there saying, "No, we don't want this. No, what kind of people? We don't know what kind of people these people are. Like our children are going to be inside. I got to protect my children." So I was like, "Okay, this is exactly what all of y'all voted for." And now you're getting to see that. But people still don't understand. And I hope people learn their lessons from stuff like this. But it usually doesn't happen. They end up voting for Democrat again. I guarantee all those people in that council meeting that were very upset are going to still vote for Joe Biden in 2024.
I hope fewer will, man, because
I hope so
too. But this is what they need. They need to see this is the fruits of your labor. You dumbass. You were voting, oh, yeah, no borders, man. Everybody should come in. Now they're next door. You've been hounding and browbeating the city to reopen that high school for you, and they said, "Go, Negro, go! Get out of here! Go on, get!" They fired a warning shot in the air with their shotgun. Go on, get! But
once
illegals,
again, when it comes to that border, if we're talking about erasing white people, and this is outside of the entertainment industry, you're dealing with that there too, because you have an influx of these immigrants from different ethnic backgrounds that are coming into America. It's happening again. So they're doing it in the entertainment, and then they're doing it, in reality, just in your everyday life. It's happening on all fronts.
Yeah, and there's only one reason. It's all about votes. It's all about power. They're trying to retain power, and the best way that they know to retain power is to get rid of the people that are going to stop them, and that's white people. If they can kick all the white people out and just have Black and Hispanic people, then they would do that, because they know that those people are going to keep them in power forever.
Yeah. That's what it's all about, man. And it really, I hope, because everybody's not going to wake up. You could be sitting there shaking them and slapping them in the face and pouring water on them. Some people aren't going to wake up. Some people are very warm and comfortable under that blanket of stupidity. But some people have to snap out of it. Somebody's going to reach back and pull that matrix plug out of the back of their head, because it's in your face, Chicago and other Chicagos around the country. They don't give a shit about you. You've outworn your use. They don't need you anymore, Black folks. They got you in their hip pocket. You ain't gonna go nowhere. Keep your here. Hold the lining of my pocket, and you follow me around and vote accordingly. Now, our new focus, our new shiny thing, are these illegals, and we're gonna go ahead and reopen shit in your neighborhood, in your face, and we're not gonna let you in there. And I bet you, I mentioned this the other day, I bet you once they get this high school up and running, of course they're gonna refurbish the field so they can all play soccer and shit. Because all the countries are coming from, whether it be south of the border, China, Pakistan, Africa, soccer's big in all those countries. So they got to have a place to play soccer. They're probably going to let them hoop it up in the gym and shit like that. But what do you think is going to happen when little so-and-so with little Laderatron wants to go hoop it? It's in his neighborhood. I can see it. I can hear the kids laughing on the field. I want to go. So what's going to happen when he goes ball under his arm, insert sport here, whatever ball under his arm, can I come in here and play? What do you think the security is going to say to him? What do you think the handlers and the people who are running this facility, bringing in all this? That's another thing. That's another thing. A lot of these kids are going to sleep to the Hunger soundtrack.
Yep.
The stomach.
Yep.
But here we go. Once a week, they got pallets of naked smoothies and organic this and that. What does that say? Whole Foods. They're bringing all this shit into these people right past your hungry ass.
Yep.
And won't let you go in there to kick a goal. You can't shoot a hoop. You can't do nothing. Why? Because we don't need you anymore. You ain't going to do shit.
If you got hate in your heart, let it out.
White power. Why don't you tell him he's Black? Because he'll fucking kill himself, because that's how dedicated he is to the cause.
There'll be one less nigger around.
Dude, he divorced his wife because he said she was a nigger.
Oh, man.
Prudence. Dude, Prudence was a good woman. And he said she did what? Serve her ass with the papers right now, you nigger lover. God, that was funny. White power. Okay, here we go.
You have a super.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
if you guys can let me know that, because when I'm pulling up the pages and shit, I'm reading the articles, I can't see.
Yeah, we want to get to that before you start.
All right, white power.
Let it out. Dude, I'm gonna go around just saying that now for no reason.
Hey, they already call us a white supremacist, so hey,
yeah,
you're right.
Power.
Larry Elder's the head one, apparently.
He said, "Woogity boogity, nigger, woogity boogity." Did you hear what he just called us? Woogity
boogie, nigger.
Woogity boogity. Oh man, I hate them. They stink. He said it twice too. Oh man. Okay. All right. Super chat. I promise. Thanks for letting me know. Thank you, Dagger One, for the Hamilton. It says now they need to include a rule that ensures that people play cat people and dog people are being represented. Huh? People ID as animals. Don't forget them, LMAO. And the craziness doesn't stop.
Hey, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I mean,
So
there
we
are
need a-
people, who do view humans as animals. So I mean, it's not that far off.
Yeah, and what do you do to something that you view as subhuman or not human? It's easier
Kill
to
it and eat it.
Yeah. It's
And
easier to
you
kill it.
saute it, barbecue, make some red.
Whatever, because it's not
Lick your
human.
finger. Tastes like nigger.
What, Power?
Niggers taste like chicken.
Tastes like chicken. I mean it.
Oh shit!
You ever eat one of them? Close your eyes, man. You think you're biting a fucking drumstick. Niggers taste like chicken. They taste like yard bird. What, Power?
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. Oh, Jesus. But true.
We're breaking the rules, guys. You can't laugh at racism. That's just not funny.
Nah, YouTube will allow that. They
Hey,
won't
we-
allow.
hey,
No, they'll
we're-
let you say that, nigger, all day.
We're black. We can't be racist, remember?
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Because racism, you have to come from a position of power. And,
That's right.
Fuck up.
And misogyny and
And the patriarchy and like the gender pay gap. You know what? Come here. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I gotta say about that.
oh shit, that was
Actually,
gold.
The patriot. If you got that upspeak, you're not gonna survive if I become king of America. I'm gonna leave it there.
Off
You ain't
with
gonna-
their head.
You ain't gonna make it. Okay. Rust. Oh, that's the movie set where that lady lost her life. Rust.
Before
Go
you
ahead, man.
continue, Jericho, I just want to say this real quick about this movie. All of the stuff that's surrounding this movie, I guarantee you, people are still not going to see it. I have a feeling. I
Yeah.
think they're going to lose out on money. I really don't think people are going to go watch this.
Yeah, it's almost like you're condoning what happened to her if you do.
But you know how stupid people are? They'll probably go see the movie to try to see, when did she die? Like at what point in this movie did she die?
Yeah.
I thought Alec Baldwin shot somebody in
Yeah, they said if they were filming the
Like, yeah,
scene in
I
the
was going
parlor
to
or some
see it.
shit.
So I
Yeah.
can see somebody die.
Probably.
Horrible. He's right, though.
People are the worst. It says Rust. Movie medic gets a $1.15 million partial settlement. Uh-oh. Santa Fe, New Mexico. A New Mexico judge has approved a $1.15 million settlement between a medic who worked on the Rust film set and one of several defendants she accused of negligence in the fatal 2021 shooting of a cinematographer by Alec Baldwin during a rehearsal. Court records show the partial settlement between Sherilyn Schaefer and prop master Sarah Zachary was approved during a hearing Monday. Schaefer told the judge, "There's not a day that goes by when she doesn't think about what happened," the Santa Fe New Mexican reported. That's the name of the paper, the Santa Fe New Mexican. Hey, you work for the Mexican?
No, I'm a new Mexican.
I'm a new Mexican. That's the old Mexican. I work for the new Mexican. Says in her civil complaint, Schaefer said she fought desperately in failed attempt to save the life of cinematographer Helena Hutchins. She said the shock, trauma, and emotional distress that followed has made it impossible for her to continue working in her field. Prosecutors dismissed an involuntary manslaughter charge against the actor and producer last month, citing new evidence and the need for more time to investigate. State District Judge Kathleen McGarry Ellenwood had entered a default judgment against Zachary in November after the film worker failed to file responses within court deadlines. Zachary's current attorney, Nathan Winger, told the court Monday that her previous attorney, William Wagner, let deadlines pass without her permission, and she intends to seek damages from him to fund her settlement with Schaefer. Wagner disputes the claim. Justin Rodriguez, one of several attorneys representing Schaefer. Oh, she has a team. So they'll be getting little bites out of that 1.15. said the settlement is a small portion of what we expect to receive in the future. The remaining defendants include Rust Movie Productions, weapons supervisor Hannah Gutierrez Reed, and assistant director David Halls, but not Baldwin. So the medic, now I'm thinking I'm going to call a little bit of bullshit here, because she said that the trauma, that not a day goes by and all this stuff, but you're a medic. So you have to be, number one, be used to the blood and guts. You have to be used to, blood squirting out and people, the sounds of death and the moaning and the crying and the begging to live and all that shit that comes with it. You have to be used to that. And unfortunately, you also have to be used to death. You have to be used to losing people. I would assume she had some kind of, a heck of a resume to put together if she's the medic on the set of a movie. She has to, I'm sure she's not right out of fucking med school, still wet behind the ears on a fucking movie set, I guess, I assume. But you got to be used to the blood and guts of it all, quite literally. So I don't know.
That's exactly what someone says when they have a lawsuit. Like, they have to pour it on thick and make sure that you feel that what they experienced is traumatizing. So that's all it is, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I don't have much to say on this other than the fact that I think a lot of the drama and behind the scenes stuff that we're hearing about with all this surrounding this movie, the movie is just not going to do good, man. I just don't. Personally, I don't even know what the movie's about. Alec Baldwin leading it as well is not a good sign, because people already don't like him. Yeah. And all the controversy with all the stuff that happens surrounding the movie, it's not good controversy. So this movie just give it up at this point. So I mean, it's not going to do good. I don't know what is happening, like when this is supposed to come out, if it's still going to come out or nothing. But I feel like all of this is not going to matter in the long run surrounding this film.
Yeah.
I think
if they release it, I mean, shit, like, it's kind of morbid.
Yeah.
To release this movie, because it's not like it was an accident. It was an accident, but it's not like somebody fell or something like that. Like, it was an accident, but it was an accident because of extreme stupidity, right, and just lack of guns. That's gun safety 101. And I would hope that if you're handling a firearm on the set of a movie or anywhere else, that you've been briefed on firearm safety. And the very first thing they're going to tell you, well, one of the first two things. Number one, they're probably gonna tell you not to point it at anybody, which would apply here. And number two, don't put your finger on that fucking trigger. My son is 7 years old. When we play, he got one of the little Orby guns. You put the shit in water. I know you know about this, Oliver, back then.
Yeah.
7-year-old. You put them little beads in water overnight, and they get a little bigger, and you put them in this little hopper. Mm-hmm. Man, you be spraying that shit. Even when he's playing with his toys, he knows to keep his finger off the trigger. He could shoot somebody. He could shoot himself. I've heard a story about some kid losing an eye from a fucking Nerf gun, looking down the barrel like a jackass. Mm-hmm. So my son is 7, and he knows. Keep your finger off the trigger if you're not ready to shoot. So either somebody told Alec Baldwin that and he didn't give a fuck, or they didn't tell him. Either way, there's negligence involved, and I don't see how he escapes
it. Yeah, same. And I'm telling you, that if they were hoping that this movie would draw some traction and people would want to go see it, I don't think people care about it at all. The controversy has overlapped the interest of this film, and it seems like with this case, they're just like, well, let's see what money I can get out of it, because it's not gonna make any in the theater. I'll tell you that, if it were to go there. Ugh. Look what they did with what is it, Batwoman or Batgirl.
That shit got shelved.
Never came out. They filmed the entire thing and were like, yeah, let's go ahead and just throw this shit away.
We just ate. Go ahead, everybody, sit down, put your napkins in your lap, grab your utensils, because we're about to eat $100 million. That's what DC Comics did. Whatever stupid movie company was involved, they just sat down to $100 million buffet and gorged themselves because you fucking decided to do some bullshit. You decided to make Batgirl black. How is that? She's related to Alfred. He's a British white dude.
Oh, hello, darling. And then she's
Hello,
They
like,
always
she's like,
find a
Alfred,
way.
I'm finna go. You know what I'm saying, Alfred? I'm
I'm not helping you,
finna go
Queen
fight for
Alfred.
crime.
Or if you're still British, she'd be like one of those. Oh, Brev.
Yeah.
We're the
Hey, bro.
garage, Brev.
Oh,
Like
governor.
one of them.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna go fight crime, bro. You know what I
What do
mean?
they call that British rap music?
Is it trill? Is that what it is?
No, drill. I
No.
think it's that
Drill?
Chicago
Yeah,
shit.
that's Chicago.
But in England, they got that rap music. I can't remember the name of it. It's like called
I think it's drill.
Is it?
I think it is drill. I think UK drill or something like that.
It's stupid. Hey, the cat, hey, Brev.
Yeah.
Oh, take that, Brev. Oh.
No.
Rev.
So
That's
in
what
the
they say.
the way they rap is
Rev.
hilarious to me, man. They're
It's like you seen that video with that dude with the pat.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that? You sound like the dude from Police Academy. All right, poll question. It is time to decide, people. Here we go.
Someone said it's called UK shit. Oh no.
It's called UK shit, Brev.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
You know what I mean? You know what I do? You know what I mean, Brev? What the fuck are you saying? Like, how are you speaking English and I can't tell that you're speaking English? That's like the Queen's English, right? Okay, it says make a choice, people. This is what you must do. So the fuckery 5, we have Jamie's replacement, the body double who's finishing filming his scenes that don't require his face because he's been in the hospital for a month. The Elon Musk documentary that he immediately came out after filming and said it's a hit piece on HBO. And the Writers Guild and AI. So they're protesting because AIs are starting to take over their writing jobs. The AIs are capable, so they're saying now's the time to fight. We don't want a robot takeover, very Terminator. And then Dreyfus drags the Oscars. He is pissed off because the requirements for Picture of the Year contain having a person of color and like somebody in a fucking wheelchair. Like they have to meet all these diversity marks before they can be qualified for Picture of the Year instead of just letting the art form flow, man. And then Rusty Money, the film Rust, where that cinematographer lost her life due to multiple levels of fucking stupidity. The medic on the set has received a $1.15 million partial settlement. So she's about to get pizzed. Her lawyers are rubbing their hands. Their mouths are drooling because they're going to take a nice bite out of that, which takes us into fuckery fails.
Oliver, are you feeling generous enough to put your your merch maybe on a discounter or give anything away at all for today? Because if so, then we can pick a lucky winner for that pretty soon.
Yeah, I can do let's say I'll do a 30% off discount.
Damn, that's
for merch today. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's a
nice.
good number right there.
That's
all right.
generous,
So one of the audience, you guys actually, in order to get that though, you guys have to subscribe to Oliver's channel. That is one of the rules there. You guys gotta be part of his to get that.
Mm-hmm. Great idea.
Yeah, just go search it. Just go search Right Winged Angel. You'll find me.
So, fuckery fails. Bad movie ripoff. So you want to do about what, 3 minutes of this?
Yeah, we could do. Or you know what? You have the ability to skip if you want. You don't have to do the whole thing because there are. It is layered, so it'll tell you like, hey, it's this one, and then over to this spot, it's this one. So you can do that for a couple if you'd like.
Okay.
I'm not going to spoil what this is. You guys will just see. You guys are going to probably die laughing. And if you do, then I can't help you. I'm sorry.
So this is bad movie ripoffs. And this is Shakhtar Lore, 1996, Bangladesh. Man, not even just like bad movie ripoffs, but those Indian action movies that you see clips of online, bro, that is the craziest shit I've ever seen. Like I saw one where this dude had a motorcycle and he's up on the front wheel of the motorcycle and he's spinning around just hitting all the bad guys in a circle. Like those Indian action movies are the craziest shit you've ever seen in your life, bruh. It is fucking. If you ever get a chance to see them, you'll be blown away. You can't turn away. So here we go.
Oh,
bad movie ripoffs.
Before you play it, Jericho, I don't think that they got the poll. I think you have to post the poll in the comment section.
Oh, I didn't put it in there? All right, hold on. Let me do that shit.
Yeah, no, I don't see it.
I'll do it like right now.
So while we are doing the fuckery fails, you guys go ahead, take your vote. Just do it. Just do it for us. Just for fun.
Do the poll. Get
And
on the
then,
poll.
Yeah, do the poll. Pause.
get on the poll now. Right now. Hold on, here we go. Entering the studio.
Uh-oh, two Jerichos, one screen.
Oh, snap.
You are now live with,
You're
with two
live.
Jerichos.
No,
Is it just me or are there two Jerichos, man?
dude, I'm fucking high, man.
The Ferg said, "Pull us good."
I'll pull you.
Poll us good.
So hard right now.
So hard.
You guys are gonna get so pulled right now. Oh, why'd I do that? Hold on a second. I'm fucking tripping. All right, here we go. There it is. Here comes. Here comes the poll.
Here comes the poll.
Yeah, you guys know what to do with that poll.
That
Yes,
long,
you do.
that long poll. Here
You
it
guys have
comes.
been polled. How'd that feel? Hope it was good for you as it was for me. All right, now, fuckery fails. Bad movie ripoffs.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, this kind of shit here. Oh, hold on. This fucking ad.
Yeah, those are great. I love those. Those are my favorite.
All right, bam. Bangladesh, 1996. This is Shakhtar Lorry. I don't know how to speak that shit. Bruh.
No.
What is that? What is that,
Oh,
Rev?
shit.
Is that RoboCop?
Yeah.
You can
He
tell by
does
this
not
part
look
right
like
here.
he wants to be
From
there.
the kneecap. What the
Oh my god, no.
Why is he on a beach? He's not
He's
gonna do much
supposed to
good
be
there.
fighting crime and shit.
Look, you can
Oh.
see through it. Oh man, that is fucking horrible. Hold on.
Makes you
Oh, yeah.
appreciate what we had, you know what I mean?
Dude, Black Adam, $200 million budget. They could have used some of it right here.
He has a regular face though.
Oh, yeah. What?
What if you could do SEO smarter and faster? With Wix, you can edit your meta tag.
5 minutes later.
Uh-oh. There's a tree in the warehouse.
He said there's a tree in the warehouse.
What the fuck? Later, bitch.
Threw that bitch down a crater. What the hell?
Dude, the location of it just makes no sense to me. Like,
Threw her ass in a volcano. And then made the volcano erupt. Her body made the volcano.
oh god.
This is Lastic Man, Philippines, 2003. So it's supposed to be Elastic Man. It just says Lastic Man. All right, here we go. What the fuck?
Nasty man. Oh, okay, Theo. Dude, that looks like a fantastic comedy. Like,
Yeah, that's actually not that bad
That's
compared to the
CGI,
last one.
man.
yeah,
Fuck
I would
that.
never watch that. Whatever
Fuck
that
you.
was called. Shakti.
Fuck this movie.
Yeah, fuck you, man.
Ah, that bitch is crazy. Fuck this. Elastic, man. Not even, they left the E off. Was that too much?
Yeah.
Elastic, man. Lady Terminator, 1989, Indonesia. This is going to be terrible.
Oh no.
Oh, wow. This must be the club scene.
Come with me if you want to live.
Fuck you, man. Hurry up, man. Fuck to you. Fuck to you, man.
Dude, I wouldn't be scared of this woman. I'd be like, she's actually kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn.
Like, she's not scary at all, dude.
No, not at all.
Oh no.
How much does that car cost? That car cost $28.95.
Dude, no way. No, that's no.
What the fuck was that? That's all I heard.
Oh god. The fact that people are actually like making these though is insane to me. Like, who's watching them?
But look at what Hollywood's putting out. Would you rather watch Lady Terminator or some Ku Klux Trans fucking garbage where they race swapped everybody and all the characters are opposite of what you saw growing up?
Lady Terminator is kind of hot, so I'll probably, I'll probably watch that.
Like, nobody's gonna run from her.
Yeah, no, they'd be like, I don't know, whatever you want, but you can have it.
Whatever you want, girl.
Yeah, you want John Connor? I got it for you. Like,
yeah, let me see that some of that robot punani though, real quick. All right, Homati, 1987 from Turkey. All right,
you got lust in your heart. Let it out.
What
the fuck is that?
Ne demek o öyle?
Oh my God.
Gelme üstüme
I know Pelosi when I see her.
Benim adım.
What the fuck is that? Oh my God.
Oh, so they couldn't get ET, so it's Homo T.
Well, first, what is that? Because that looks like a trans right there. Whatever that is.
That's
to the right.
Yoksa.
Yeah, that's a man woman for sure.
Ugh.
Pek yumuşaksın da. Bak edersin. E.T.'yi tanıyor musun sen?
What the fuck are we watching right now? What is...
Arkadaşımdır kendisi.
E.T.'den o filmdeki değil mi?
Ha, o işte. Sizi onunla konuşturayım mı?
Oh my God, dude.
That thing is scary. I won't even lie to you.
He looks like a high ass alien, bro.
Why is he playing with her mouth? He's gonna fuck those two ladies.
I don't think the one on the right is a lady.
Well, yeah, you're right. So he's gonna fuck those two people. Because you don't put your finger in somebody's mouth unless you guys are gonna fuck each other.
Seni çok seviyorum.
Ben de seni.
So no, put your head down there. Down there.
Çözüyor musun beni?
Dude, I'm really disturbed right now. This is crazy.
Oh, he's gonna fuck that dude.
Onu seviyorsun.
Oğlum, yoksa sen bizim oğlanı yanık mısın lan?
Yapmadım.
I love him. Told you he's gonna
Wait,
fuck
that's
that
some
dude.
gay
His face
shit?
was tied up.
Yeah, at the bottom it says ET's gay alien friend. So I'm guessing this is.
Oh my god.
All right, yeah, we can get off of this.
All right.
I am
All
extremely.
right.
I'm very disturbed right
Let's
now.
get
watching
that
Very-
out of here. I don't know.
This nigga's gonna haunt my dreams. I'm telling you.
Ah,
See, I never knew that existed, but now that we know, I feel like we're gonna have to go to therapy because this shit.
still
oh
better
my
than a
God.
Marvel movie. Still better than a Marvel movie. Way better.
Okay, so I believe we are off of that's dude. That did that I didn't need to see that. I'm sorry, that shit is just too much. We are off of fuckery fails. Let's look at the results. You want to pull up the results, Jericho? On the poll?
Hold up.
Damn, did I even vote? I don't even think I voted yet.
Oh, I didn't either.
Okay. Show results. All right. I think there's a bit of a surprise here. So we'll go least votes to most. So Elon Musk documentary with 9%. Jamie's Replacement also with 9%. Rust Money, 27%. Dreyfus Drags the Oscars, also 27%. And the Writers Guild and the AI, 27%. So it looks like those top three stories are neck.
Yeah.
Live results. So we will come back to that at the end and see who wins.
Yay. All right, so now we're going over to Make Me Laugh. Now, Make Me Laugh is the segment where it's pretty much self-explanatory. But we get some videos that are pertaining to the topic, which in this case is movies. So it could be movie scenes, it could be movie bloopers, whatever, things like that. But we choose them, and we have to make the panel laugh and the audience. That is probably my favorite one because it's always some fuckery. But
always.
I know that these ones are going to get you guys. Somebody put Spunbearing put that was gay alien porn.
Agreed.
That's exactly what that
alien,
was.
Agreed.
Alien
Very
Testosterone
good
said.
description.
Alien Testosterone said, "We cummed in peace."
We came in peace.
Oh no, that's unfortunate, but true. All right, Make Me Laugh. I am ready.
Okay, here we go, man. This says The Breaks, 1991, and I believe that's Ricky Harris. If it is, R.I.P. Ricky Harris in this very first scene. 1999, excuse me. The Breaks.
I am done playing with the white.
Ricky Harris.
Yeah. Violence is all that the white man understands. Yeah. So arm yourselves, brothers.
Damn, they bought all the full-length leather jackets in Los Angeles. Ew, what the fuck? I hate this shit.
It is time for us now to seek out Whitey where he works and lives. We have to go to the ski lodge, tanning salon, coffee house, and kill Whitey. Whitey must die. Choose
You motherfuckers! How dare y'all have the Kill Whitey meeting and not invite me, y'all? Huh? How y'all think that makes me feel as a person? Yeah, look away, Jesse. Look your ass away. Look away. Who was the only one that supported your ass when you wanted to open that paint your own pottery business?
You did.
What?
You did.
You did.
You did.
I did. TK, turn the damn gun the right way, man. You're gonna blow your homies up. Who supported you, man, and helped you carry those pies to the church picnic?
Oh, you definitely did.
Yeah. Twan, G,
Was
I
that
helped you
red
motherfuckers
something?
get in here. Y'all couldn't help me out, Derek. I need your vote, Derek. You lucky I don't tell them what's really going on with y'all. Whose idea was it to set up snacks and have a snack table? I came up with that idea. Whose idea was it to have the Kill Whitey bingo night? How y'all think that makes me feel as a person, huh? Shame on all y'all.
It's gotta be like that, man. Come on, you're being hard on us, man.
I need to borrow this, y'all. Is that cool?
Is that cool?
Would y'all do me one last little solid?
Sure, man.
Oh shit.
Kill Whitey.
How y'all gonna have the Kill Whitey meeting and not invite me, y'all?
How do you think that makes me feel as a person?
Oh no! If you guys haven't seen that movie, you guys have got to watch that. He died years, like early 2000s, I think, like 08
Oh,
or
Ricky
09.
Harris, yeah.
No, not Ricky Harris. I know he died, but what's his name? Mitch Mulaney. He was on the Wayans Brothers show a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I knew he looked familiar. I didn't know he died.
Yeah, he died like in 08 or 07 or 09 or something. But that movie is hilarious.
All right, we'll get through these last two. Make sure the group is all here. So here's number 2. Make me laugh. Oh, this dude's hella funny too. Phil Lamar, the voice of Samurai Jack.
Hey kids, how you boys doing? Hey, keep chilling.
Keep chilling.
You know who we are? We're associates of your business partner, Marcellus Wallace. You do remember your business partner, don't you? Now let me take a wild guess here. You're Brett, right? Yeah.
The big
I
brain
thought
on
so.
bread.
You remember your business partner, Marcellus Wallace, don't you, Brett? Yeah, I remember. Good. Looks like me and Vincent caught you boys at breakfast. Sorry about that. Did you have it? Hamburgers. Hamburgers! The cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast. Hamburger.
Big kahuna burger.
Cheeseburgers. No. Where'd you get them? McDonald's, Wendy's, Jack in the Box, where? Big Kahuna Burger. Big Kahuna Burger. That's that Hawaiian burger joint. I hear they got some tasty burgers. I ain't never had one myself. How are they?
You mind if I
try
wash
one of
this
yours?
down?
This is yours here, right?
That is a tasty burger.
Mm-hmm. This is a tasty burger. Vincent, you ever had a Big Kahuna Burger? Want a bite? They're real tasty. Had a Big Kahuna Burger? Want a bite? They're real tasty. Ain't hungry. Well, if you like burgers, give them a try sometime. Me? I can't usually get them because my girlfriend's a vegetarian, which pretty much makes me a vegetarian. I do love the taste of a good burger. Mm. You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in France? No. Tell them, Vincent. Royale with cheese. Royale with cheese. You know why they call it that? Because of the metric system? Check out the big brain on bread. Smart motherfucker, that's right. The metric system. Send this. Sprite. Sprite, good. You mind if I have some of your tasty beverage to wash this down? Go right ahead.
Hold on, let's get to the good part. I didn't ask you a goddamn thing.
We happy? Vincent. We happy? Yeah, we happy.
Look, I'm sorry. I didn't get your name. I got yours, Vincent.
But I never got you. My name's Pitt, and your ass ain't talking your way out of this shit. No. I just want you to know how sorry we are that things got so fucked up with us and Mr. Wallace. When we got into this thing with the best.
Poor dude on the couch.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? I didn't mean to do that.
Damn.
Please, continue. You were saying something about best intentions. What's the matter? Oh, you were finished. Oh, well, allow me to retort. What does Marcellus Wallace look like? What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what? English, motherfucker, do you speak it? Yes. Then you know what I'm saying. Describe what Marcellus Wallace looks like. What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time. He's black. Go on. He's bald. Does he look like a bitch?
What?
Does he look like a bitch? Then why you try to fuck him like a bitch, Brett? Yes, you did.
Yes, you did,
Brett. You tried to fuck him. And Marcellus Wallace don't like to be fucked by anybody except Mrs. Wallace. You read the Bible,
Poor Brett.
Yes. Well, there's this passage I got memorized. Sort of fits this occasion. Ezekiel 25:17. The path.
Don't do it, man. Stay in the bathroom.
There's Jerry Seinfeld.
What's the deal
with all that hate, huh?
Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Damn, Brett.
Is he a friend of yours?
Oh, Vincent, Marvin.
Better tell him to shut the fuck up. He's getting on my nerves.
Marvin. I'd knock that shit off if I was you.
Missed every shot.
Damn.
No! Ghost bullets.
They didn't miss.
What is the deal with all these bullets?
Hey, what's the deal with all these missed shots? Dude,
oh no!
Fucked up.
Man, I gotta say,
classic.
Samuel L. Jackson is a hell of an actor, bro. I mean, he just commanded that entire sequence.
That's too bad he's a woke bitch, but he's a great actor, man.
Yeah,
he really is. He's a woke bitch. He wrote the judge in Chicago to not give Juicy any jail time. So
after he did Django, that character stuck with him.
I was like, man, you one of them? Damn it.
Yeah.
Hey, Oliver, you got to get going, man.
Yeah, I got to get out. I got work tomorrow, and I didn't even eat yet, so I got to go get something.
Oh, that's terrible, man.
Get some sustenance.
Hey, I'm sorry we had to get in between you and food, man. That's I know how that feels.
Okay.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. I can wait. Just can't wait too long. You know?
But hey, man, let the people know where they can catch you real quick before you get out of here, man. Also, you can find them in the description box as well.
Yeah, well, y'all can catch me right here on YouTube. Just search Right Winged Angel, or you can go to youtube.com/Right Winged Angel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Watch the videos. I appreciate it. Go to my Instagram at the Right Winged Angel. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on, what else am I on? Truth Social. I'm on everything basically. So you can find me there. Go to rightwingedangel.com. And you also go to rightwingedangel.store.com to check out my merch. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that watch. I appreciate Jericho and Gideon. I appreciate y'all. GION, I'm sorry. Y'all are amazing patriots, and I'm very, very honored to spend this 2.9 hours with you guys. It's been
all
awesome.
2.9.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's
thanks,
like,
man.
I am. My stomach's not, but I.
Sorry, 2.09. It hasn't been 2.9. 2.09 hours
Hey.
with you guys has been amazing.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you being here, carving out some time from your busy schedule, man. I know you're a family man, you're a working man, so thank you for being here, Oliver Mack. I appreciate it, and I will see you on Instagram, bro.
All right, peace, guys.
Later. All right, very cool. That was our first guest. You never forget your first, and he was surprisingly gentle. I sure appreciate him taking the time.
Could have been very rough and aggressive, but decided to be gentle.
And he's in Texas, so he's a couple hours ahead of us here, man. So even more appreciative of his time. But make me laugh. Number 3. Here we go. Hold on, I think there's a. There we go. All right. So share this one. All right, cool. Here we go. Vacation 2015. Funny hotel pool. Oh, yeah, I remember this movie. This shit's hella fun. All right, here we go.
Yeah, this was probably one of my favorite funny comedy movies. Hilarious.
Jeez. Sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
Hi.
Hi.
You were in the Jeep.
And you were in that plastic bag.
That was my stupid brother.
Gotcha. Big brothers suck.
Oh, no. Yeah. Big.
I'm Medina.
James.
I have a penis.
What?
It's like your guitar.
Same brother.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
You want to go in?
Absolutely.
Well, what have we here?
That poor
Romeo
kid.
and Juliet situation. Damn. My name's Russ. Pleased to meet you both. I'm just a stranger passing through town, but I couldn't help noticing how incredibly handsome this young man is. What's your story? You got a girlfriend?
No.
What? No girlfriend? Cute boy like that, somebody's gonna snatch you up. Andy plays guitar. Green boy. Make a muscle.
Oh, shit.
Take your shirt off. Make a muscle.
I really don't want to.
Don't be shy. Show us what you're working with.
All right. I should go.
Take your shirt off.
I think so. Dad, why would you do that?
Saw you talking to her. Figured you could use a wingman.
I didn't realize.
Looks like you did. She left.
That's because you were approaching.
You know, James, when I was your age, Grandpa Clark sat me down and we had a little chat. Seeing you with that girl made me realize that we haven't had that chat yet.
We don't need that chat.
Yeah? Well,
Nope.
come on.
A little
I know
late
it's
for the chat.
embarrassing, but it'd be a lot more embarrassing if you found yourself tummy to tummy with a lady friend and you didn't know what goes where.
I know what goes where.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Yep.
All right. All right. Well, I just want you to know I'm here to answer any questions you might have about that stuff, no matter how uncomfortable it seems.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right. Here it comes.
Okay. There were some kids at school who were talking about rim jobs. So, what's that? What's a rim job?
Rim jobs.
Yeah.
Is that RIM?
Like it's different
Country of origin.
different spelling.
America.
Can I hear it in a sentence?
What's a rim job, Dad?
Well, rim job.
Oh,
I
shit.
would guess a rim job is when you kiss someone with your mouth closed. Right? So you're only using the rim of your mouth.
That's it?
Sure.
Not quite.
It was something way
Not even
bigger.
close.
I mean, what else?
Not
could
even
it be?
close, man. You're not even the right half of the body.
Questions?
I guess not.
Good talk, James.
Oh shit.
Hope you're not too old to let your dad give you a good night rim job.
Bro, that movie,
Oh
Vacation.
fuck.
So it's a continuation, I guess. You know, picking up 30 some years later, whatever, from National Lampoon's Vacation. So Chevy Chase and all that shit. And it was good, man. They did a good job. It's one of the few times where there's that much time between the first movie and the next one, the follow-up or whatever it is. And it's really good, man. That movie was funny from beginning to end. It's them driving cross country, man, and it's fucking hilarious.
You're 100% correct, and I say that because when you are dealing with, if you want to say a new generation, I mean, you know, Chevy Chase was in this movie too. When you're dealing with that and having to deliver the same type of effect that the original has, if you can do that, then I mean, shit, you're good at your job because it's difficult to capture that. But you know, they didn't put any woke bullshit in it. And this is 2015, so this is literally before Trump got in there anyway.
Just before.
Yeah, so you know, different time where comedy could be comedy, but you know, shortly after that, this is when we started getting a lot of BS in our movies and stuff. And like we were talking about earlier with Coming to America, that was, they waited way too long to do a sequel and just destroyed the entire, to where you have to completely discount that as part of the franchise. So yeah, Vacation they did really well.
They did.
One of the last, I think, good comedy movies.
Yeah, I agree, man. If there was any doubt about pulling off the second Coming to America, they should have just left it alone.
Yeah, exactly. They should have left it alone, period. I mean, I know
Should've just
people were
left it
like,
alone,
yeah,
man.
we want a sequel or whatever, but you're
didn't.
looking at I didn't either, but looking at the time and the timing of everything, it's like, just leave it alone. A lot of this, I mean, they're over here making another Willy Wonka or Charlie, I don't know what it is, but it's like, dude, just stop touching this stuff. It's already good where it's at.
Yeah, just get something. How about an original idea? Just, you know, just a thought.
Nah, I think the people that
something
are in
original.
charge of that is they're parasites, man. They can't create anything new. They have to suck the energy off of stuff that already exists and then try and transform it. But you know, we just gotta be careful of what we put our money to, the same way that, you know, we had this Bud Light stuff going on, because the more that we support the shit that they do, the more they're going to continue to keep doing it. So
yeah, they only do it because it works.
Yeah,
there's enough people that are playing into it and paying into it to where, yeah, they're going to keep doing it. So before we wrap up, man, let's check out, let's get that
our
poll, the poll results. Here comes the polling, and watch out, here comes the poll. Boom. So, this bullshit out here. Looks like
it's the same.
Still the same. Nobody cast another vote. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
So it looks like those top three are going to stay that way. Actually, mine was the Dreyfus
Same.
Oscars, the new fucking requirements. That shit is just retarded, man. There's no other way to say it.
Yeah, over everything else, I got to go with that too, man. I mean, that is just, and like I said, it's obvious to see what they're doing, but just the fact they're just like, all right, imagine someone doing that in your everyday life. Like, you know, before you eat, make sure that there's a black person and an Asian person and a gay person living in your household. Like, the fuck?
That's just stupid, man. That's not real life. And I know movies are a lot of fantasy and shit like that, of course, but there's some reality in it. There's some truth in it, man. And that's just fucking, that shit is just stupid, the way they do things and the way they inject woke into shit, man. It's just done. It's dumb, man. They need to stop it. Hopefully the pendulum really is swinging the other way, and we'll see many more Bud Lights happening all over the business landscape in America. But I think we did another good one, Gian.
Yeah,
I think
enjoyed this
I think that Oliver Mack was a great guest. I think we should have more. I think it was a great show. I hope you guys feel the same out there in YouTube land. Stayed well over 100 people. We're humming around 200 for a while. So yeah, this is great, man. This is great. It will grow. We'll have Oliver Mack back. That Ryan.
Sure.
We'll have him back, and we'll have more guests on, more great topics, and the videos and all that shit, man. Just doing great work, Gian, and I really appreciate it, man.
Of course. I enjoy what we're doing too. But I always look forward to this. Gets me out of my normal stressful putting all this bullshit together stuff that's going on in the world.
Yeah, it's a reprieve.
Absolutely. We will be back on. I know you guys can't wait. We're gonna have to.
Waiting with bated breath.
We're gonna be back on May 25th, Thursday, 5 p.m. And we may have another guest. We will see. We will see just for you. We do this for you guys because you guys are so hot.
We love you guys so hard right now.
So much.
So hard. Yeah, and 2 weeks, that's plenty of time to get a guest. To
Absolutely.
decide who we want to go after and get them to go on here. So yeah, definitely more guests. Just
so everyone knows, because me and Jericho talked about it, is we're not going to get guests just because they are going to be like actually an addition to the topic. So we're not going to get like a wrestler to talk about food or some shit.
It definitely going to make sense.
Like, no. Yeah,
it's got to make sense. It's going to make sense. Yeah, it was great. Oliver Mack was a great first guest. Really appreciate him being here. Appreciate you guys being here. Rome 13 asked, was Dominion involved in the voting? No, they were not. We have a strict no Dominion policy. Only living, breathing voters here. So, yeah, man, make sure you check us out on our platforms. Check out the description box. Everywhere that we are is in that description box. All you got to do is clickety-clack, and you are there. Thank you, everybody out there in the comment section, everybody watching. Thank you, Gian. Appreciate it. And think of it this way. Your night's almost over. When you wake up, it'll be Friday.
And Trump would have lost the presidency.
Some shit.
At 2 or 3 a.m. So there's that.
Right when you're drooling on your pillow, it all slipped away. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Gian. Appreciate y'all. And we will catch you Thursday, May 25th. Peace.